Madre mia, Tio. I have not slept. I have genuinely not slept. Because Mbappé is apparently back in Madrid, he has 2 training sessions to prove he's fit for City. And my WhatsApp group has not stopped pinging since 6 in the morning.
And the fan sentiment right now is basically split into 2 camps. The ones who are saying, don't even risk it, leave him on the bench. And the ones who are saying, I don't care if he plays on one leg, we need him. There is no middle ground. Classic Madridismo.
2 training sessions, Maria. 2. That is what stands between Kylian Mbappé and the biggest game of our season. Someone on Reddit put it perfectly. They said, at this point, Mbappe's fitness is basically a Schrödinger's cat situation. He's both fit and injured until Arbeloa reads out the lineup.
And look, from a purely tactical standpoint, the question is real. He's been out for an extended period. We don't know how long. The return date is listed as unknown. And you don't just throw someone into a Champions League knockout game against Haaland and Foden cold. The risk of re-injury is significant.
But the counter-argument, and I've seen this everywhere today, is what is our plan without him? Brahim Diaz? Arda Güler? I love those kids, I genuinely do. But against Ruben Diaz and Manuel Akanji, vamos. We need someone who can terrorize a defense.
Here's what I'd push back on though. We beat Celta without him. We beat Benfica twice without him. The squad has shown it can function. The problem isn't that Madrid can't play without Mbappé. The problem is that against a squad with Rodri, Bernardo Silva, and Foden in midfield, you need your absolute best players available and firing. That's the real stakes here.
One fan, I think it was on the Madrid subreddit, wrote, just start him for 20 minutes. Let him scare their defenders psychologically, then bring on Arda. And honestly, I've heard worse ideas this season, Tio.
That is actually not the worst idea. The psychological impact of Mbappé in a lineup, even at 70% fitness, changes how City defend. It pins Gvardiol back, it pulls Akanji out of position. His mere existence on the pitch is a tactical problem for the opponent.
Right. And remember, yesterday we were talking about Valverde's new attacking mandate. If Mbappé is even partially fit and Valverde is playing with that freedom we saw against Celta, suddenly this attack looks completely different. Que barbaridad. I'm getting excited just thinking about it.
Okay, let's pump the brakes slightly, because we also need to talk about something that the fanbase has completely latched onto this week. And it's this stat about Arbeloa and late goals. Because the numbers are genuinely remarkable.
Oh, this one, yes. So, apparently since Arbeloa took over, 13 games, Real Madrid have scored after the 80th minute in basically every single one. Fans are calling it Arbeloa time, and I've seen the memes, Maria, they are incredible.
And the debate in the fan base is fascinating, because you've got 2 completely opposing interpretations. Group 1 says, this is proof Arbeloa is tactically brilliant. His substitutions, his instructions, his halftime adjustments are unlocking something in the final 10 minutes. Group 2 says, this is proof Madrid are consistently underperforming for 80 minutes and having to rescue themselves late, which is actually a massive problem.
I've seen both arguments, and honestly, I cannot believe I'm saying this, I think Group 2 might have a point because, yes, Celta was incredible. The Valverde moment, the comeback, Hala Madrid, all of it. But we also lost to Getafe at home. We lost to Osasuna. You can't rely on the 80th minute forever.
Against Manchester City, with Haaland leading the line, giving them a 2-goal lead going into the final 10 minutes, is not a strategy I would recommend. Guardiola will close that game out. He's done it 100 times. The Arbeloa time magic needs to arrive earlier on Wednesday.
Venga, let's talk about something that genuinely stopped me in my tracks this morning. Because this is not football news, this is real life, and it's serious. Vinicius's image advisor, Eduardo Peixoto, was shot in Brazil. He's stable. It was apparently an attempted robbery, but madre mia, the guy is in hospital.
And the reaction from Madrid fans has been one of genuine shock and concern, which I think says something. People forget that behind the football, behind the controversies, behind the social media debates, these are real people with real lives. The fanbase has been sending messages of support and wishing him a full recovery.
And it also adds another layer to the whole Vinicius situation, doesn't it? Because we've been talking all week about the racism debate, the Prestia case, and now his own advisor is a victim of violence. This is a guy who has had to deal with more off-pitch noise than almost any player in world football right now.
There's also a Hasselbank interview doing the rounds today. Jimmy Floyd, Hasselbank talking about his own experiences with racism on the pitch, saying he was the only one being spat at and nobody helped him. Fans are drawing direct parallels to Vinicius and the Prestia situation, and the conversation is getting very heated.
One fan wrote something that really hit me. They said, "We spend so much time debating Vini's passing statistics and whether he should track back more, and meanwhile, the guy is fighting battles that most footballers never have to face." And I think that's worth sitting with for a second.
It's a fair point. And look, we can debate his performances, we should, that's our job. But the human context matters. Hopefully Peixoto makes a full recovery and Vinicius can just focus on Wednesday.
Before we go, Tio, and this one genuinely made me emotional this morning, Vicente Paniagua has passed away. 21 titles, 11 seasons, 3 Copas de Europa. This man is Real Madrid history.
And I think in the middle of all this crisis talk, all the injury chaos, all the title race drama, moments like this remind you what this club is. It's built on the shoulders of legends, like Paniagua, people who gave everything for the white shirt before most of our listeners were even born.
The tributes from old-school fans today have been beautiful. Someone posted a black and white photo of him celebrating a Copa de Europa and wrote, "This is what Real Madrid is. Not one season, not one injury crisis, 100 years of greatness." And you know what? They're right.
Descanse en paz, Vicente, a true Madridista.
So that's where we are. Mbappé is back in Madrid. He's got 2 sessions to convince Arbeloa. City are waiting, and somehow, through all the chaos and the injuries and the drama, this club keeps going. That's what it means to be Real Madrid, Tio.
Wednesday can't come soon enough. And if Mbappé runs out at that Bernabeu, or wherever this is being played, fully fit, the roof comes off. We'll see. As always with this club, nothing is ever straightforward.
Hala Madrid y nada más. We'll be back before the City game with everything you need. Don't go anywhere. This is Ruido Blanco.